Human history is a rich tapestry of discovery, innovation, and creativity. Over the centuries, we've developed groundbreaking technologies that have changed the course of civilization, from the invention of the wheel to the creation of the internet. But as we've advanced, we've also invented things that, in hindsight, may have been better left uncreated. Some inventions, despite their initial promise, have turned out to be incredibly damaging, not only to the environment, but also to our society, health, and even our morality. In this exploration, we will dive deep into some of the worst inventions humanity has ever come up with and ask the question, could we have done better? 1. Chemical weapons. Chemical weapons aren't created to build or improve, but to obliterate life on a mass scale. The horrors of World War I introduced a devastating new chapter in warfare with mustard gas, sulfur mustard. This weapon didn't just kill, it disfigured and maimed. Victims often endured agonizingly slow deaths as toxic fumes ravaged their lungs, burned their eyes shut, and caused their skin to blister beyond recognition. Survivors didn't escape unscathed either. Many were left with lifelong injuries and chronic illnesses, their lives forever haunted by the terrifying memories of the battlefield. But the story didn't end there. The chilling development of nerve agents like sarin and VX revealed humanity's dark talent for refining death into a grotesque art form. These agents, odorless and colorless, can kill with a single drop smaller than a grain of rice. Within minutes of exposure, convulsions, paralysis, and respiratory failure set in. While modern treaties work to ban these weapons, many governments still hoard hidden stockpiles, maintaining the threat for future generations. 2. Landmines. Landmines are born from the chaos of war, yet their deadly legacy stretches far beyond the battlefield. Decades after the fighting stops, these hidden killers continue to claim lives. The true tragedy lies in the countless innocent civilians, especially children, who bear the brunt of this devastation. A single misstep can lead to death or, even worse, lifelong injuries, amputations, and unhealable trauma. For those living in mine-infested areas, entire communities are trapped in cycles of poverty and deprivation. Access to farmland, schools, and basic necessities becomes limited, and daily life is fraught with danger. Though the international community has made efforts to ban landmines, millions remain buried across the globe, awaiting the next victim. Removing them is a painstaking process, slow, expensive, and dangerous, requiring specialized equipment and trained personnel. 3. Single-use plastics. In the 1950s, plastic was hailed as a miracle material. Lightweight, cheap, and durable, it revolutionized industries, from packaging to healthcare to construction. But this very durability, the very thing that made plastics so popular, has turned it into an environmental nightmare. Single-use plastics, bags, bottles, straws, now litter our oceans and landscapes, choking wildlife and infiltrating our food chain. Animals often mistake plastic for food, leading to deadly blockages, poisoning, and even death. Meanwhile, microplastics have permeated every corner of the ecosystem, from the depths of the ocean to the pristine snow of the Arctic. It's a poisoning of the planet that's irreversible. Studies show that the average person ingests a credit card's worth of plastic every week through food and water. Now, take a moment to think about that. The plastic you're ingesting unknowingly every single day. 4. Social media. What started as a simple way to connect with friends has evolved into something far darker. Social media has reshaped how we interact, but not always for the better. Instead of fostering connection, platforms now thrive on division. Algorithms prioritize outrage. Misinformation spreads like wildfire, and mental health is crushed under the weight of unrealistic comparisons and online bullying. The curated perfection we see online creates unattainable standards, fueling anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, and even driving some to suicide. What's worse, the companies behind these platforms profit off our addiction. They collect data as we scroll, subtly pushing us further into an endless cycle of engagement. These companies employ experts, much like casino designers, whose sole job is to keep us hooked, glued to our screens. So, think about this for a moment. How many hours a day do you spend as a product in this addictive environment, giving away your time, your attention, and your personal data? 5. Reality TV. Reality TV thrives on one thing: voyeurism. It capitalizes on sensationalism, nothing more. Shows often pit people against one another, amplifying conflict for the sake of entertainment. The result? A normalization of toxic behavior. Contestants are manipulated into ridiculous situations, with producers orchestrating drama to keep viewers hooked. Relationships unravel on camera, and contestants are frequently humiliated, an entertainment spectacle that thrives on public degradation. But the impact isn't limited to those on screen. Viewers internalize the negativity, and as a society, we become more cynical, desensitized, and detached. What once served as lighthearted entertainment has now morphed into a grotesque mirror reflecting the ugliest parts of human nature. 6. Nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons represent the pinnacle of humanity's capacity for destruction. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki serve as a chilling reminder of their catastrophic power, killing over 200,000 people and leaving scars that lasted for generations. The survivors, known as hibakusha, endured unimaginable suffering, radiation sickness, cancer, and years of social stigma. The devastation went far beyond physical destruction. It reshaped geopolitics and instilled a pervasive fear that still hangs over us today. During the Cold War, the arms race between the United States and the Soviet Union escalated to terrifying levels, stockpiling thousands of warheads. At the height of the arms race, there were over 70,000 nuclear warheads in existence. It's hard to even grasp, isn't it? Today, 9 nations still possess nuclear weapons. Here's a look at their stockpiles. United States, 5, 200 active and reserve warheads. Russia, 5, 800 active and reserve warheads. China, 400 warheads, with ongoing expansion. France, 290 warheads. United Kingdom, 225 warheads. India, 164 warheads. Pakistan, 170 warheads. North Korea, estimated 30 to 40 warheads, with limited deployment capability. Israel, estimated 90 warheads, with a policy of ambiguity. Humanity has created something capable of annihilating the world in a matter of minutes. We possess the power to destroy life on Earth countless times over. And that's not just a hypothetical, it's a reality. It's staggering, isn't it? We're all humans, and we've built something that could obliterate everything we know in the blink of an eye. 7. Smartphones. At first glance, it might seem difficult to compare smartphones to some of the other things on this list, but hear us out. Smartphones have undeniably transformed our world in ways few other inventions ever have. They connect us to loved ones, entertain us, and give us access to an entire library of human knowledge at our fingertips. But with all their benefits, they've also changed society, often in ways that aren't necessarily for the better. As we discussed with social media, for many people, smartphones have become a source of addiction. Endless scrolling, dopamine-driven apps designed to keep our attention, and notifications pulling us in from every direction have made us waste countless hours, while anxiety levels soar. This constant connectivity has blurred the lines between work and personal life. It's harder than ever to unplug and find genuine moments of peace. But the human cost doesn't stop with the users. The factories that produce these devices often rely on horrific labor conditions. In some factories, workers endure grueling 16-hour shifts for meager wages, often with little to no margin for error. The mental toll has been so severe that some factories in places like China have even installed nets around buildings to prevent employees from taking their own lives by jumping. Now imagine that. Then there's the environmental impact. The mining of rare earth metals necessary for smartphone production is devastating to ecosystems, often taking place in underdeveloped regions with questionable labor practices. So, next time you consider upgrading to the latest model, take a moment to reflect on the true cost of that new device. 8. artificial intelligence? AI has incredible potential, but its darker uses are just as powerful, if not more so. Deepfake technology is already being used to spread misinformation. Facial recognition tools are encroaching on personal privacy, and autonomous weapons have the potential to bring humanity's worst nightmares to life. As AI robots continue to develop, we're left wondering, what will humanity look like in 1,000 years? We've essentially opened Pandora's box. While AI can be a force for good, its misuse could amplify the worst tendencies of human nature. As AI systems become more autonomous, the risks are escalating. We're facing everything from massive job displacement to dangerous manipulation by malicious actors. And the line between innovation and catastrophe is becoming more evident every day. Even more concerning is that, with AI's power, the line between reality and simulation is rapidly blurring. Imagine a world where AI becomes sentient, able to make decisions on its own. What happens if it goes rogue? Will we even be able to shut it down if things go horribly wrong? This is one of the few, if not the only, inventions in human history that we truly cannot predict. We don't know how it will unfold. We don't know how it will shape the future of humanity. And that uncertainty is what makes AI both a thrilling and terrifying prospect.